So this is going to be just a quick walkthrough on how I'm using Google Sites and Google Forms together to make quick checkpoints on these Google Site quests. Now, there are a few parts to this, and I have 3 websites open. As you can see, I have my Google Drive, I have the Google Site Creator, and a bit.ly address. And just a couple of things to note. I'm going to show you that after this battle, and that's another post for another day, I want at the end of this page to have a Google form like this so that students can put that passcode in. Then once the passcode is in, they can jump to the next mission, the next part of the quest. But they have to wait to see that next part until after they defeated Dr. Vaughn, which is our big bad for the semester. Now I've mashed it up so that the students can't just jump ahead and see all the missions. You can see here along the side, all of the website is basically hidden so that I can keep students from seeing, one, all of the work that they're going to have to do, and they don't get overwhelmed. But also I want it to be a narrative, a storyline. So they have these little checkpoints along the way so that they can feel like the story is developing, because this is a hero's journey. I don't want them to just jump to the end. So I wanted to have a little video here to show you how I build these and just to see kind of how long it takes. Now, one of the issues that we're going to run into here, you might see the video get a little choppy because the load times are a little different because I'm recording this. So if that's an issue, I'm going to pause it. But we're going to see roughly the process and how to do it. So at the end of this one, there is no Google form. The first thing that I needed to do is create the next page. You don't have to fill out the next page yet, but this is our next page in the system. And one of the things that I'm going to want to do is create the form. So I'm going to go over here to where the Dr. Vaughn fight is. I know this is where I want it. This is my Vaughn Fight 2 folder, and I am going to create a new form. This doesn't take too long. I typically try to title this exactly what it is. This is for my civil rights quest. So here's our Google form. And in order to make the passcode, all I'm going to do is name it right what it is. So this is my civil rights quest. So I'm going to name this civil rights quest, CRQ, Vaughn Fight Victory 2, because this is their second encounter. And then down here, we just say this is our passcode or password or whatever it is. We make it a required question, so the students have to answer before they can hit submit. Then down here it says response validation. That is going to, this means that they have to type in the answer exactly how I put it. So I could make it a number, so I could put it 2 or 3, but that might be too easy to guess. So I'm going to make it text. And whatever the text is, so I might say victorious is the answer that I want them to give me. And I could give them an error message, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to be standing there giving them the message. And then I can just hit, I'm going to come up here, title it, hit send. I don't know if I have to do this or not, but I like doing it just to make sure. And then I go back to this page. I want to insert a form. And now that the forms are loaded up, I can see here's my CRQ Vaughn fight. Just double click on that and insert it. And there I have my passcode lock. Now, after they submit the form, it's going to give them this screen here, this confirmation message. Congratulations, right? So I'm going to say congrats. Great fight. Now, I can just put the link to the next page on here. That's fine. What I like to do is use bit.ly. Our school allows bit.ly, but that means I'm also going to have to make the bit.ly page. So I need to go to the page, the next page, and I can just click this link up here. And that's going to allow me to link to the published site. Now, if you're working on the site, you need to make sure you publish the page up here. Otherwise, this gives you a link to the home page. So, but now, since I've already published this, I just have that link, and I can use that link to create a new bit.ly. So I go to create and paste the long URL and hit create, and that will allow me to make a customized back half here. So you got to get a little creative with this sometimes. I'm going to say CRQ Vaughn 2. Now I can take that bit.ly address, copy that, go back over here, paste it in, and save. Now what's going to happen is when the students get to the bottom of the Dr. Vaughn fight, I will give them that password of Victorious. And when they put Victorious in there on the published site and hit submit, it's going to give them that link. One downside to this is that if they don't open this up in the published version, it will have a little bit of difficulty getting them to the next page. They'll actually have to cut and paste the URL, that bit.ly, which is why I like using the bit.ly rather than the published Google site link, because if they try to type it out, it takes forever if they don't know to cut and paste. If they have expanded this form so that that's its own tab, once they hit submit, then it will automatically redirect them to the next page. I encourage students to bookmark them. I'm also creating a personal dashboard so that it will automatically give them those links after they've completed the assignment part. But that's it. That's how you create the digital lock using Google Sheets. It's a way to create checkpoints for your students. It took all of a couple of minutes, and that was because I was explaining quite a bit of it. So the process actually goes fairly quickly once you've done that, and it's a way to keep students from seeing everything until you want them to see it.